Hi, I'm Greg at Fit for Duty, and today we're out just doing a little exploring, and we wanted to run some testing on our in-floor power system that we're developing to fit underneath in the back of a JLU Wrangler in the little cubby space that's down there. And what that consists of is, in that space we're putting 4 of the lithium iron phosphate 3.2 volt cells connected in series with a 200 amp BMS in place. Those cells generate or have the capacity of 230 amp hours. Along with that, in that same space under the floor, we're putting a 50 amp DC-DC charger with MPPT solar capability as well. So currently we have it sitting in the back underneath our platform. In the back of our JLU right here, we have a platform that it's not finished. This is one of our early developments, but it's made out of a product called Richlite, and it's a paper resin composite. So the nice thing about it is actually has that color that you see, that black is color consistent all the way through. One of the other things you can see in this is you can see that we have some wiring underneath there contained for now. Not fully done yet because this is our first prototype to make sure it's working, but you can also see right there that there's some holes pre-drilled in the material and they're tapped. It's one of the nice things about the Richlite product. We can drill and tap them to mount what we need to. In here we also have an elevated platform so that we have storage underneath, and in there I keep the things I use the most, whether it's a table or I have an induction skillet and some chairs. Also back here we have the Milwaukee, I'm not sure I can say it, they're the red box from Milwaukee, and we were able to attach one of their attachment points onto our Richlite because we can just drill and tap and then put it in there. The nice thing is that gives a secure mount for the box. We can snap them in and out, and we can stack as many as we need to. We also did a platform in the back, a full platform. I'll get a better photo of that, so that we could also put another attachment point for these boxes, and allows you to stack many different products in there. As well as we were able to screw down and attach this fridge slide, tilting fridge slide, since we need that to get access. Our vehicles, our Jeep sits on 40, so it's pretty high up here, so having a tilting fridge slide makes sense for us. And in here we have one of again, this is an early prototype, but this is a full rear seat delete and made out of the Richlite product. Again, it allows us to place holes in threaded holes within the product itself, wherever we need to attach things like this. Hey, Brick. And that's what we have in here for now. We're also going to run over on this side. Again, we also have the full platform that we're working on, but what we've done underneath here is, while in the back of the Jeep we have the battery and the charger, up here we made room for a 3,000 watt inverter so that we could power our campsite, and then some space to just cram things in there wherever we need to. I'm gonna get my table set up and a couple chairs along with my induction skillet, and we're gonna cook a little, what did I call that? Oh, it's Parmesan fettuccine with chicken, and we're gonna have to cook it for about 20 minutes on the induction. So we're gonna draw a little bit of power out of the battery system. At the moment it's 100% charged, so we're gonna see how much energy is required to cook on that. Okay, so I'm back, and I have the table set up, skillet set up, and it's plugged into the cord, which is plugged into the truck, and it is powering itself right now. And I have all my ingredients laid out here, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with, dropping a few things in here and get it ready. So I think I'll first start with a little butter, and we'll drop a little bit of chicken in here to get this going first. Okay, cool. That's been on there for a few minutes, and they look nice and ready to move on. So next step's pretty simple. We're just going to combine all the rest of the ingredients and go from there. So we'll start with a little bit of gourmet garden garlic stirring paste. You can never have too much garlic, so it's like, I don't know, right about there should do it. And then the next thing, we'll just go ahead and pour in a little bit of chicken broth. Made a mess, but it's okay. And then some milk. Not all of this, but that should probably be enough. Next, we'll put a little bit of our fettuccine in here. We're gonna mix this around a little bit, and we'll get back to you. Now, it's been about 15 minutes, give or take, maybe a little longer. And when I last looked, man, the fettuccine looks pretty good there. So we have one last step to go here. So that's gonna be putting in some Parmesan, and then now it says they give an amount, and I'm just gonna put something real close to what they said. Then we're gonna mix it up, and then we're gonna let it cook just a little bit more. So we got that all mixed in, and it sucked up all the liquid, turned it into a nice cheesy, gooey, noodly, chickeny goodness. I'm going to get a couple forks and we're going to see. All right, so we're going to go ahead and eat this right out of the pan, because this is how we do it, really. I mean, we get out on the trail, and the main reason we camp is so that we can go out and do cool trails. So camping is secondary, and we need to eat. So here's a good meal. And I'm going to reach in here, grab me a little bit of this, some of this chicken. I'm going to see how this tastes. That's really good, actually. So that took about 25 minutes. Time we heated up the skillet and cooked everything down and got it all mixed up. Turned out really good. This skillet runs at about 1800 watts when it's running. So it cycles on and off, well, you know, to keep the temperature where it needs to be. And we used about, well, we did use 25% of our capacity. So we had 230 amp hours. You can do the math on that. Well, it's like 115, and then we got about 57. Anyway, you get it. We used a quarter of our capacity cooking our dinner. We're gonna go ahead and do another follow-on video in the morning when we cook a little bit of breakfast, and we're gonna see how she does, how much power we end up using. It's you can see it'll go for a while, so stay tuned. And it's even Doge brick approved. Don't miss that last piece there. You can get it.